We're actually thinking of leaving the classes like this, but giving you more space. What is this? Oh, give them less space. Are you guys okay? If we give you more space? You want more space? Yeah, that's fine, inshallah. So what we'll do is we'll just bring the barrier further to the front also, so we can fill up more to the front, and we'll give them in one row minus. You guys can fit in, we'll just take a one row on that side of the pillar. Inshallah. No. You know, with the first, it's difficult to have the first day class in the main mosque if it's not very full, because you feel very far from the students. So, yeah. And next day, inshallah, the first isn't going to the mosque, the rest of them all. No. Bismillah. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Are you still memorizing? Okay. Can I see from the females who is still memorizing? Can you raise your hand? Okay, mashallah, good number. Brothers, who's still memorizing? Okay. But a low percentage. Okay. Alhamdulillah. So, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Ar-Rahman 'allama al-Qur'an. He has taught the Quran. Khalaqal insan. He has created mankind. 'Allamahu al-bayan. He has taught him speech. Ash-shamsu wal-qamaru bihusbanin. The sun and the moon is with precise calculation. وَالنَّجْمُ وَالشَّجْرُ يَسْجُدَانِ. And the stars and the trees, they are prostrating. وَالسَّمَاءَ. And the heavens, رَفَعَهَا. He has raised it. وَوَضَعَ الْمِيزَانِ. And he has set down the balance. أَلَّا تَطْغَوْا فِي الْمِيزَانِ. That you do not transgress in the balance. وَأَقِيمُوا الْوَزْنَ بِالْقِسْطِ. And establish the balance بِالْقِسْطِ, with fairness, with justice. وَلَا تُخْسِرُوا الْمِيزَانِ. And do not cause loss in the balance. وَالْأَرْضَ وَضَعَهَا لِلْأَنَامِ. And the earth, وَضَعَهَا. He has set it down, لِلْأَنَامِ, for creation. فِيهَا فَاكِهَةٌ. In it is fruits. وَالنَّخْلُ. What's nakhlu? Date palms. ذَاتُ الْأَكْمَامِ. Having shields, having coverings. وَالْحَبُّ ذُو الْأَصْفِ. And the hab, the grain, ذُو الْأَصْفِ. It has husks, it has like ears of corn husks. وَالرَّيْحَانِ. And the scented plants. فَبِأَيِّ آلَاءِ رَبِّكُمَا تُكَذِّبَانِ. So, بِأَيِّ, by which of آلَاءِ, what's آلَاءِ? Favors. بِأَيِّ آلَاءِ, by which of the favors of the Lord, of the two of you, the Lord of you, the two of you, تُكَذِّبَانِ, are you denying? We ended there, right? Bismillah. So, خلق الإنسان من صلصال كالفخار وخلق الجان من مارج من نار. Okay. So in the previous verse, Allah says, خلق الإنسان. Right at the beginning, Allah said, خلق الإنسان. So now Allah is going to expand on that a bit. Allah is going to say, خلق الإنسان. Translation. He created mankind. He created humans. Min. From salsalin. So salsalin is actually clay which is dry. So you know, if it rains it becomes muddy, and then if you leave it for a few months and the sun bakes it, it becomes like hard. That's also in the Quran it's called hama'in masnoon and tinin lazib, many different names it gets given. So salsal is specifically a clay that has been dried out. So clay that's dried is hard or soft? Hard. It's hard. So Allah says it's kal fakhar. Ka means this clay is like fakhar. What's fakhar? Fakhar is like it's like pottery. So pottery means what? You mold the clay and you put it into a furnace. You bake the clay and put it in the furnace, and that clay becomes hard. That is fakhar. So meaning what? When clay becomes hardened in the sun, it becomes very hard. You can like ride on it, you can knock it. It becomes like fakhar. It's almost as if it's been baked in a furnace. So that's going to be the origin of what? Mankind. Is that we made mostly, not completely, mostly from salsal, a mud that has been left and has been hardened, kal fakhar, like pottery. وَخَلَقَ الْجَانَ, and khalaqa, and he has created al-jan. What's jan? The jinn. But the ulama say the specific also refers to the jinn in general, but also specifically to shaitan and his followers. They've been made from what? Min marijin min nar. Okay, so what does nar mean? Fire. But marij means what?
Fire.
What does smokeless mean? Okay, so the word marij comes with maraja. So different tafsirs. Maraja means actually to mix something. Doesn't come later on. Maraja al-Bahraini. It's coming later on. Maraja there doesn't mean smokeless flame there. Maraja means to mix. So marriage means a mixture. So the one meaning is that marriage means that the jinn have been created min marrijin, from a mixture, min narin, from fire. Another meaning of a marriage also is that the marriage is what? It's the invisible part of the fire. I don't know, sometimes if you put the gas stove on, you put a light on, sometimes you can see there's actually a transparent part of the fire. You can try it inshallah, there's a transparent part of the fire, and say that is the marriage. So two meanings. The one thing is it's a mixture, in other words there are other elements, but the dominant element is fire. Same with human beings, we have other elements. The dominant element is the teen, is the clay. The same with the jinn, the dominant element would be the fire. So either the invisible part of the fire or a mixture with fire. Marriage can have two meanings. In terms of the hierarchy, who is considered to be a more superior being? Insan or jinn? Insan. So how do you know that? How do you know that? One of the ways to know this is Allah commanded the angels, including who? Including Iblis, which is one of the main jinn, to prostrate towards insan. So one of the evidences that insan is one of the highest levels. So we come from a different substance from jinn. So we come from clay, the jinn comes from fire, and the angels come from what? Come from light, come from nur, different substances. What is the qualities of our substance? Clay. Like what comes to mind when you think of clay? It is something which can be molded. So one of the things about the human being is something which can be molded. What else can we do with clay? We can build stuff with clay. You build huts and you build structures. So in other words, we are like people of building, of construction. What else about clay? Clay is also considered to be like a very humble thing. Because clay, like clay roads and clay pathways, you walk on it. It's considered to be a very humble thing. And also even in, let's say in a more like negative sense, salsal is specifically clay which is hardened. And is it normally fertile or not very fertile? Not very fertile. So also there's like a loneliness about it. Like it's not like a fertile ground, it's like you just hardened clay, so you're almost like nothing. So in other words, there's like positive and negative within it. In other words, there's a clay is low and humble, but also there's a nothingness about it, but also it can be molded and things can be built from it. Whereas fire, obviously fire can bring light and can bring warmth, but it can't really be molded it can't be made into something. And also it's just there's a connotation to fire of what? Of destruction. The connotation of, you don't think destructive clay. don't I think about it, but there's a connotation of destruction, which obviously we should be linked to shaitan. So it's going to be the essence of man. What's the other significance about the clay? You said, what of the main things mixed with the clay? Okay, water, but what's the main thing that gives it life?
Oxygen.
Yes, in a practical level, but on a more spiritual level, Allah speaks about the creation of Nabi Adam from clay. What gave him elevation or gave him life? وَنَفَخْتُ فِيهِ مِنْ رُوحِي. When Allah blew into this clay body, min ruhi. So there's not the full story, there's only a part of the story here, because the ruh is not mentioned here. But in the other ayat, the ruh is mentioned. In other words, that yes, the container is not actually very significant. The container of your being is clay. The container of your being is clay. It's nothing, it's come from the ground. It will go back to the ground. It's sustained from the ground. But within you also there's something which is superior, which is the ruh. And the ruh is not like other min amrillah. We don't know much about the ruh. But Allah says that He blew in it into Nabi Adam and it's sent to us via angels in the hadith. So it doesn't come from this world. Whereas the clay is elevated, is brought, and you're molded from the bottom, but the ruh actually comes from the top. You with me? So we actually have this composite nature. We have a low side to us that comes from the bottom, from clay, like pottery. We molded and dried out and we like pottery. But in the other thing, we have some life-giving force that is being put within us. So one of the elevations of man is that he has a ruh. He has a ruh and it comes from Allah. Min ruhi, from my ruh. So there's going to be Allah going back to the creation. And Allah says, فَبِأَيِّ آلَاءِ رَبِّكُمَا تُكَذِّبَانِ. What does fa mean? So in other words, it's not just repetition Allah is employing here. What is Allah doing? It's almost like there's a favor, then a so. And every so refers to what? A different favor. It's not the same thing every time. You just think, okay, same. Allah is telling you something, so which favors are you denying? And it's another thing, so which favors are you denying? And another thing, so which favors are you denying? You with me? There's a constant refrain, but the constant refrain is about the continuing favors Allah is mentioning. So the favor Allah mentioned, now Allah has created you from salsal kal fakhar wa khalaqal janna min marijin min nar. So which of the favors of your Lord are you denying? Then Allah says, Rabbul Mashriqayn wa Rabbul Maghribayn. Rabbul Mashriqayn. Can you see the word Rabb is light? It's normally supposed to be Rabbun. No, al tanween. But why doesn't have a tanween? Because mudaf. And Mashriqayn is in jar. Mashriqani, Mashriqayni, Aini. It's in jar. Wa Rabbul Maghribayn. Okay. So you know how you learn Ismul Fa'il? Like Ismul Fa'il, Ism Maf'ul. On the first bab, Ismul Fa'il always have a Fa'il pattern. Like Nasara, Nasir, Fataha, Fatih, Daraba, Darib. But there's a pattern. But there's a pattern for place also. There's a pattern for place, it's called Ismul Makan. I don't think you've done it before, eh? There's a pattern for place. So the pattern for place is 2. It is Maf'al Makan. So if I have the word Sajada, which means to prostrate, what do you call a place that you prostrate? We call what? We use only a masjid. You can see masjid. It's a place that you prostrate. Masjid. If I have a place that you play, la'iba means to play. What do you call a place that you play? We call it a mal'ab. A mal'ab is like a sports ground or playground. You call it a mal'ab. Which other ones do you know? I was thinking which verb do you know? Okay, kataba means to write. What do you call a place where you write? Or place where there's writings? No place on this here? A maktab. Maktab like an office or a library or place who's writing or books. Maktab. Who's get maktab? Maktabah. Maktabatun. What else is there? Mustashfa. It's a different one. Yeah. Okay, darasa works, but it's not going to be madras at the time marbuta. So madras and madras at the time marbuta. Madrasatun. Okay. So the point I want to make is that this pattern in Arabic, we have a maf'al or a maf'il pattern. It means we are naming a place. You with me? So what two place names are we having there? Mashriq and Maghrib. The time up here? Mashriq and Maghrib. So what does Mashriq and Maghrib mean? You must go back to the verb. What does Sheen Ra Qaf mean? Sheen Ra Qaf. What does Sheen Ra Qaf mean? It can be a verb, eh? Sharaqa means to rise. Sharaqa means to rise. So what is Mashriq? The place of rising. And Gharaba means to set. So what does Maghrib mean? The place of setting. What do you think is rising and setting? Sun. The sun. So we will know by logic or by whatever experience that the place of rising, the place of setting is referring to the sun. So where does the sun rise? For now in the east, yes. On the side of Qiyamah it will rise from the west. But for now it rises in the east. So where does it set? In the west. But Allah doesn't say Rabbul Mashriq or Rabbul Maghrib. But Allah says Rabbul Mashriqaini or Rabbul Maghribaini. So it's interesting. In some ayahs Allah says the Lord of the east and the west. In this ayah Allah says the Lord of the two east and the two wests. And in other ayah Allah says the Lord of all the easts, Mashariq wal Magharib, and all the wests. So what does that mean? What does two east mean? How many east do you know?
It's a time difference. Because different places have the setting and the rising of the sun at different times.
Okay, let's link to it. Okay, so first of all, let's take away the word east for now, right? Let's just say the place of rising and the place of setting. Okay, so I don't even know this, but I hopefully do know this. That the sun rises in a different place in summer and winter. Do you know that? And it's like a big, not like a small difference, it's like a big difference. It's like a huge difference. So I almost get to say how big the difference is. But the sun, because the earth is tilted, you know, the sun seasons and geography stuff, the sun rises in a different place in the summer and in the it's like vastly different. Therefore, if you use the sun for Qibla, you must know which month you're in, which season you're in, because you can't always say, okay, that's east, northwest, because it doesn't actually work like that. Because it's not it depends if it's a summer east or winter east. That's different. So basically what happens is that it can have two meanings. If this is north and that is east, this is the world, right? The world looks like that. That sometimes the sun will... Yeah, that's south, yeah. So it's difficult to portray like that, but sometimes the sun will be here, and sometimes it will be here. I don't even know what I mean. It's a ball, and so I can't do it in 3D. But anyway, the point being is that sometimes the sun, if this is like northeast, the sun will come here, and sun will become from here. It's both east, but the summer east is different from the winter east. Let me see if I can. No.
I think the shadow would be easier to explain. You see the shadow and the way the shadow moves.
Yeah, but you can't see you can't see it. You must compare the seasons.
Yeah, in summer the shadow will be further down or further up.
Yes, yes. Like now in winter, the sun is further north now in winter. Your sun doesn't like go so fast. Your sun is like, if you have a garden here, your sun is rising here. Then in winter, and in summer, your sun is rising here. You see in your house also, it's different in summer and different in winter. So Rabbul Mashriqaini and Rabbul Maghribain can be, and the same with the setting as well, the Lord of the two east and the Lord of the two west. The other meaning also is what? That if this is a ball, north, south, east and west, if you stand in the middle here, all of this is east and all of this is west. So you have an extreme east and extreme east and extreme west and extreme west. You with me? So then all of this will be the whole world basically. So the Lord of the two extreme easts. We're going to get north, east, south, east. So if I have north, south, whatever is 1 degree here is northeast. You with me? Here's northeast here, but I'm saying this is the beginning of northeast. That's the beginning of northeast and north-south. They call north-northeast, but they're still part of the east. You with me? And they're still part of the west. So there's the extreme north and the extreme west. So in other words, it's the Lord of the whole world. Therefore in the other ayat, it's the easts and the wests. The plural of it. Okay. But then Google some YouTube videos about the sun rising. So you understand how the balls work in the sky and how the sun works, inshallah. We'll continue next week, inshallah. 2 announcements. The camp is open, registration. You must register by the 15th and pay by the 15th, please. If you haven't been, do your favor and come. It's a beautiful experience. Second thing is that next week we are taking some videos of students speaking about the experiences. So I'm volunteering all of you to speak, inshallah, either about your favorite surah, your favorite ayah, your favorite story in the Quran, how Quran has impacted your life, your experience at Mizan Institute, whatever you want to speak about the Quran, you can speak about, inshallah, for a minute, inshallah. I won't volunteer all of you, but you can volunteer. But if you don't volunteer, we have to start volunteering you. So inshallah, you choose. We won't force anybody, obviously, but you choose next week, inshallah. Barakallah. We did last year as well. Last year the video got corrupted, so we didn't. So if we went last year, we lost the video. You can go again and say the same thing last year. The video is gone, so barakallah. Okay, wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.